Hey, welcome back to the Big Fucking Feelings podcast with Jenna and Ashley, where we unpack the emotional hangovers that come after the actual hangovers. That was a good one. No, not a good one. Terrible. Um, Let me start over. Is that bad? Do you hate that?
I don't hate it at all. I think we keep it and we keep going because this is real life, baby.
Okay. This week we're talking about the elixir that so often starts it all. Tequila. Tequila. And also the text we absolutely should not have sent to people in our lives. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Many of those texts we regret are 100% Tequila's fault because, as we all know, liquid courage can be quite honest. Before we get going with this episode, I do want to give a quick shout out. In last week's episode, I mentioned that I was going to wear a baseball cap in every episode, promoting one of my favorite local spots because why not? I'm not getting paid for any of this. This is literally just my favorite places, and I'm giving them a shout out and some love. So this baseball cap that I'm wearing today is from Kase, which is a fantastic, like 14-seat sushi omakase restaurant here in Nashville. From the owners of Noko. Have you been to Noko?
Nope,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
not.
It is
Noko, I have not.
Noko. I have not. It is also fantastic. But the chef opened this tiny little intimate omakase restaurant right next to it. And it's just to die for. It's really, really wonderful. So anyway, this hat is from them. Kase. If you're in Nashville, you gotta go check it out. Yeah. So tequila, which I'm so not ready for. Like I'm eyeing the tequila in front of me, and I have a cup of Gatorade behind it because this is it's gonna be my chaser.
You got the electrolyte chaser. All right.
I
That
mean,
speaks volumes about your last 24 hours, to be honest.
it really does. Yes, it really does. Yeah, I'm suffering today a little bit. We went out to celebrate an anniversary last night, and it's not that it got out of hand so much as we ran into a friend who just lost her dad, and Michelle was, in an effort to be empathetic, uh, which she is really really good at. She decided to get a round of tequila shots for all of us so that we could toast up her dad and sort of celebrate and offer up some liquid respect to his life. And that was just like that's just not the way I should have ended my evening. I can tell you right
All
now,
right.
not how it should have ended. It's also not how I should be beginning the day
All
today.
right. But how many shots does it take to bring Jenna down?
That is really like asking.
Because you're like on the up and up every time I see you with a tequila or a margarita, you're vibing. So,
I think that's like asking how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll Pop. Um, that's it. Really, is debatable. It has a lot to do with how much food I've eaten, what food I've eaten. And I don't know if you know this about me. One of the things that my children make fun of me for, and they're welcome to, is that I really enjoy a good plate of fries with melted cheddar cheese on them in the morning for breakfast.
oh, that's
I love
delicious.
it. So that was my breakfast this morning because I figured, oh, it'll like soak everything up. So I'm hanging in there. I just can't make any promises after I do it. um,
Isn't the rule though, like if you top it off with more alcohol, it helps? Or is that not
as in a
true?
hair of the dog sort of situation.
Yeah, yeah, you taught me that term last season.
Yes, I did. I did teach you that term last season. I listen, I'm not much of a believer in the hair of the dog. All I think that does is puts off the inevitable hangover. I'd really prefer not to double down on that if I can help it. But here we are anyway, right? With tequila, because this
Mhm.
episode is tequila and text we shouldn't have sent. So I'm in it. I'm really in it for the win today.
All right. Well, I just have to thank you because not only did you provide the tequila, but
Uh-huh.
you also got these cute little glasses for me that I am so excited to
Aren't they
use.
so sweet? I just fell in love with those, and I knew you'd love them. They're so
They are so
colorful.
great.
Fun.
They're, they were my birthday gift
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah.
and you give the best gifts. You are always the most
Aw.
thoughtful gift giver of all, and, like, it's so special to me. Everything that you've ever given me is, like, one of the things that I cherish, so
Yeah.
thanks for being a thoughtful gifter.
Yay. I love giving gifts. I feel like people are either somebody who really loves receiving gifts or somebody who really loves like giving them. And I love giving gifts. Like it's really, I totally get into it. At Christmas time, I would much rather be giving all the gifts than getting them. There's just something
Yeah.
about it that is so much fun for me, which is probably why I start my Christmas shopping in July. So there's that.
I mean, that's impressive, and hopefully this year you avoided some tariffs that way.
I'm done with my Christmas shopping. So yeah, I think
Yeah, alright.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
job.
virtual high five. Yeah, so okay, so we have 2 tequilas today, and mine are in these fun, Michelle got me these, and I love them. Aren't they
Oh, those are
cute?
adorable.
I know she found them, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want those." But we have 2 types of tequila. Now, I will admit I don't know a whole hell of a lot about tequila. I only know what that looks like in a margarita for the most part. I don't drink tequila straight ever, so this is gonna be other than of course last night and now again today, but we will get into that again. So anyway, we have
You're really kicking the week off
I,
strong
I really
here.
am, yes, exactly. So well, the first one is this tequila blanco, and this is by a company that's local here in Nashville. It's Southbound, owned by this woman named Ivy Childers, who's amazing. And she sent me these, so that's why I have tequila in my house. And this is tequila anejo, and this is also a Southbound. And the bottles are beautiful.
Nice.
Um, so I'm not getting rid of those. Like after I finish, I will be keeping those to refill with other things because I hate getting rid of pretty little bottles like that. This is how I ended up with my massive dish collection that I have. Um, oh God,
Are you ready?
I'm not ready. No, I'm not even
Oh,
remotely
I'm
ready.
sorry.
Mm,
Sorry to do this to you.
That's okay. I might just do like a little sip versus a whole shot. Are we good
Mhm.
with this? We're good with it being a little sipper.
I have no judgment on you at all whatsoever. Which one are we doing
Well,
first
I was
is the
gonna
question.
do the clear one first. 'Cause I feel
I'm
like
here for that.
yeah, okay.
Yes.
And also Michelle said to me earlier, you could put water in that and nobody would know. And I was like, but I would know. I can't,
Oh,
I
that's
can't do it.
yeah.
It has to be the, like, she's like, you're an actor. You can,
But you're such a person of integrity. You couldn't pull the wool over us like that.
no, couldn't do it. My honesty got the better of me. She was like,
Okay,
just
well,
trying to save you from puking. And I was like, I know, I appreciate it.
to honesty.
Although that is really, it's good, like for tequila, like, it's just not,
Not plain. It's hot.
yes. You can
That's
feel
a spicy tequila.
I can like feel it working its way down my system.
Okay, I gotta stop and have a bread in between.
Maybe I should have done that. I think I have some nacho chips in the other room that I could have.
Go get something.
I have like chips and salsa. Maybe I should have done chips and salsa. That's okay. You know what? I'm gonna get through this. I can do this. I'm
Okay.
gonna break up our tequila toasting with a story for you. A very
Mm,
special edition of the Big Fucking Feelings podcast story about the first time that I had tequila.
I love this.
Yeah. Um, and there are some parts of this story that I'll just keep in my mind, in my mental files, uh, because they aren't necessarily appropriate to say on the air. But I will say that the first time that I drank tequila, first of all, it was Jose Cuervo at a beach in California. So we were already off to the races, right? And we were drinking out of red solo cups because that's how much tequila we were pouring. So need I say more? But I was on beach Um, uh, and we had a big bonfire, and I was there with a bunch of other fellow actor peers, Alfonso Ribeiro and Danielle Harris and Eric Balfour. Eric went on to do like 6 Feet Under and 24 and some shows like that. And Danielle was in uh, all the Halloween movies. And then Alfonso, obviously from Fresh Prince, and now he's hosting. I almost said "So You Think You Can Dance," and that's not it. It's Dancing with the Stars. I was like, wait, what is happening in my brain right now? Anyway, so God knows who else was there. We were all there, and I woke up in the morning with sand in places that sand should not be. So I can tell you that I definitely had my share of the tequila in those red Solo cups, and I could not touch tequila for a very long time because drinking tequila like this one that we have right now, it might burn going down, but it's not cheap liquor. And there is so much to be said when it comes to something like tequila. Like cheap tequila will just send you out of the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't touch tequila again for a really, really long time. And we all know that that's no longer the case considering that I love my margaritas. Um, but so yeah, so that's yeah, that's how one bad night, it's like the one bad night rule, one bad night of some liquors, like they'll ruin an entire liquor category for you for ever and ever. Amen.
Well, I really do agree, and I do know that whenever I have like a cheaper tequila, I feel so bad the next day. Like it's
Yeah.
just like it guarantees a hangover.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's true with quite a few things like champagne, for example. Cheap champagne is a terrible, terrible hangover. And I'm sure there is some scientific reason, like all the sugar that's in it or something to that
Yeah.
effect. I don't know what all of those scientific reasons are. I'm not really sure I want to take the time to go down that rabbit hole anyway. I am, however, telling you that I have been on the receiving end of it physically, and it is not fun. Um, and it's really, there's certain things like tequila that just don't give as much grace as something like wine or whiskey. Those, for whatever reason, don't hit me the same way tequila does,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah. Do you feel like the cheaper tequila makes you do more questionable things behaviorally?
Oh, most probably. I, hence the bonfire at the beach and waking up with sand in places it shouldn't be story. Um, yeah, I don't know. I definitely think that it segues quite nicely into the whole sending texts we shouldn't send.
Mhm.
Because I can absolutely tell you that tequila it was you know, the culprit in many a text that I probably shouldn't have sent. And most of them are not even texts that are interesting to talk about. They're just stupid drunk texts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Drunk texts. I've received several of those, but I have never sent a drunk
well,
text.
interesting. How do you know that the text you got was a drunk text? Did the person tell you later, or you could tell from the text?
I could tell, and they told me later.
Okay.
Like, very, like, immature boys going out to drink with their friends
Yeah.
and getting plastered and then sending me text messages.
Okay. Okay. I will say
Yeah.
that last night, um, just to really like put myself on blast, last night I was checking with my daughter to make sure that she had let the dogs outside. And I sent her, she told me this morning, I knew that you had a little bit to drink when you sent me a gif of a dog pooping after you asked me if I had let the dogs out. And it's like a dog hunched over in the yard.
Oh my God.
He's back like, "You're doing a good job, buddy." Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
what could I say? I knew she'd laugh at it, and her response was, as if I like, said some millennial or not millennial, Gen Z or Gen Alpha like term like skibbity in the middle of a sentence or
Oh
something.
my god. So cringe.
Right, exactly. I actually do kind of say that though. I probably shouldn't. I'm probably too old to say that, but I do say that. It comes in
No, I don't think you are. I think it keeps you sharp.
as long as I don't start saying 6, 7. We're fine. God help us.
Please don't.
Okay, so should we
Yeah.
drink this second? Wait, which one?
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So here's the second one. Here's to not saying skibbity.
Oh, that feels like cleaning solution.
I mean, from a tequila standpoint, I think it's delicious. Um,
It's good. I wish it was with something sweet.
I just can't. Tequila on its own is just difficult. Like maybe we should have been smart about this and done like the whole lime and salt thing. Not that anybody wants to see us licking our hands on camera, but it would
I'm
have.
sure someone does.
I mean, there are people who go to OnlyFans for feet, so licking salt off a hand.
Oh,
There's got to be some
you
sort of
know,
to that.
speaking of OnlyFans,
Oh God, what
you know
a weenus?
what the weenus,
Yeah,
considering starting an OnlyFans for my weenus. Would anybody be interested in that?
I'm so glad we don't like take callers during this because I feel like this could get you just flushed. For those of you who are not watching this on YouTube,
Whew.
she is now bright red and she needs a fan.
I blame the tequila.
Yeah. Speaking of fans, I'm just going to do this because this is really funny. This is a little secret behind the scenes at Jenna's house sort of thing. This is this is what's on my desk is this giant Ryobi fan. And I actually take it with me to the like if we're going to sit outside at a restaurant, I will drag that thing. I'll drag this sucker with me.
Is
Because
it battery operated?
it is.
Oh,
You know what
wow.
it's Ryobi, so it takes like I have a, Ryobi drill and it takes the battery pack. So the rechargeable battery packs
Oh.
also fit in this fan, which is awesome.
Okay, so my weenus and your fan start an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I don't know how many people want to look at this Ryobi fan, but I mean the only thing it's good for is and you're gonna hear it, come on, but the only thing it's good for is look, I can get like that 80s
Ooh, very Farrah
hair,
Fawcett.
right? I
Hmm.
mean it has its it has its purpose. So, but
Yeah.
yes, okay. If you, what are you going to call your OnlyFans page? I've never been to OnlyFans. I don't really know much about it other than the fact that
Yeah,
you look at people.
same.
So
Same.
it's fun to joke about, right? But
This is my brain on tequila. Like maybe there's a market for my elbow skin.
yes, for those of you who don't know what a weenus is, it is like the flap of skin under underneath your elbow. And you know who I learned that from? Candace Cameron.
Genius.
Yeah, I had never heard of the weenus before, and many years ago.
No.
She told me what that was, and I was like, okay.
You definitely taught me what that was. So I thank her for my soon to be
That's
very
so
successful
kindness.
OnlyFans.
I cannot wait to hear more about this in episode 3.
Find
Um,
me on Venmo if you really want to see.
oh my god. You are gonna get the crazies. You're asking for trouble here. You're
No,
the crazies to
I'm
come out of
not.
the woodwork.
Please know I'm not serious. I will call the authorities.
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like okay, so going back for a minute to like tequila and my texting tendencies and all of that. Although I have definitely in the heat of the moment sent some texts that I probably shouldn't have sent, um, because I was seeing red and I was just like, I tend
Mhm.
to, my biggest thing I think is that I tend to over explain, which I do anyway. I love words. We all know this. I love storytelling and I sometimes forget that texts are not a platform for said storytelling and fueling my creative juices. And so
I love your paragraphs.
I I've tried now to get into separating the paragraphs so it's not just like one long thing so that it's easier on the eyes as you're reading it. But I haven't slowed down on the number of words I'm using, which is probably what I really need to be more focused on.
But you're a voice to text person, and so it's like you're just talking. It's not like you're sitting there typing every single like sometimes you are, but majority of the time I feel like you're talking.
Yeah, I'm talking into my phone because it is so much easier than sitting there with my sausage fingers and trying to like type out things. Um,
You do not have sausage fingers.
I do. Okay, I have a fun story for you. Here's another fun story from way back when in California. All right. First of all, when I get hot and I eat a lot of sodium, my feet and my hands tend to blow up like a balloon. You know this, but maybe people listening do not. So that is one of my little quirks. And years ago, I was actually with Danielle Harris. We were best friends for a long time, so we spent a lot of time together. So yes, the tequila experience happened at the beach together. This also happened with her. And we were in her. She had like a T top convertible, and we were driving down Sunset Boulevard, or over the canyon to Sunset Boulevard, and there was a man standing like on the side of the corner of Sunset and Laurel Canyon, and because of the T-top being open, he could see I had my hands in my lap. Just leaned over and he goes, "Sausage." And I was like, "Oh my God, hi!"
Ew!
I know.
Ew!
I know. So I've made fun of my sausage fingers ever since.
Okay, that person
Yeah,
can
that was weird.
just
It was really, really creepy.
I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like that story one bit. I
Why
want
is
you to,
he-
like, sage yourself from that.
I've saged myself many a time.
And the sausage fingers stuck?
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, they don't look terrible right now, but when I eat
No.
sodium and I'm in the heat, I just my body's not handling it well, and it blows up. And so they're even like twice the size they are right now. I'm gonna stop showing my hands on camera right now. It's like making me sick. But right, see, look how thin and graceful your hands are, and mine are like
I have man hands.
I
Ugh.
pudgy child hands. Um,
No. Oh god, this is turning into negative self-talk, and I don't like it.
yeah, listen, if I'm gonna say something negative about myself, let it be about my fingers and
Oh god.
how sausagey they are.
Neither of us could ever be hand models is basically what you're saying.
That's correct. My
Yeah.
OnlyFans page will not be of my hands. That I can tell you.
No.
But I will tell you the other quirk that I have about texting is that I don't like abbreviations. I hate abbreviations. I'm fine if it's LOL, I'm fine with it. I will sometimes do BT done, but that's it. Like that's where I
Hmm.
draw the line. I want punctuation. I'm an editor. Like that's my brain. I have editor brain even on text, and so I have a really hard time if like my youngest likes to send me messages sometimes from her iPad, even if she's just in the other room, and she'll text me things, and it's all like strewn together with no punctuation, and I'm like, I have to sit there and decipher it, so I don't want to decipher things. So yeah, I think it's like to me abbreviations are like don't give me that millennial gibberish that I have to look up an Urban Dictionary. I can't do it. Um, yeah.
Okay, so now I'm starting to feel like maybe the text that I sent you as we were trying to make sure you could hear me speaking,
Oh, is it for
I said,
uh,
"You are" for your
yeah.
because I was trying to be fast.
Mhm. Now, I'm not going to hold that against you, but again, see, millennial, there you have it. Like, but I'm not going to hold that against you, but I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do that because the writer and editor in me has a really hard time doing. Like to me, it takes longer for me to think of that than it does to just type out the word. But again, you're right. I do talk to text most of the time, so I dictate into my phone. So at that point,
Yeah.
it's going to spell it out for me anyway. Um, but yeah, so that's I think, and I think the edit feature that is now on iPhones is the best thing to ever happen to cell phones.
Yeah, but sometimes it autocorrects and I like it to stay that way because it ends up being sillier.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I actually really appreciate when my fuck turns to duck, you know?
Absolutely. But I can promise you that no one who knows me is ever going to think I said that something was ducking awesome. They know what I meant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but
Okay, so question though, are there different types, like archetypes of tequila drinkers that text? Like, or even just in person, like how you become after having tequila?
well,
Like, do you think some people, when they're drunk, they're like, "I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry," like over and over again, like the apologizer, or like somebody who gets a little extra charisma when they drink and they're like way more flirty, or like they get philosophical or something like that. Like, do you
Michelle
have
Googles.
a archetype for this?
I don't know what my archetype is. I get
Because
snarky.
mine's existential crisis.
Oh
That's where I go.
no, don't. That's not good. No more tequila for you. No, I think I just get snarky. Like I get really snarky. Not that I'm not snarky anyway. So it just like makes me even snarkier. I
Uh-huh.
can tell you that last night I discovered after that tequila shot that Michelle gets super giggly. She couldn't stop laughing, and it was amazing.
Oh, I love it.
I know it was really cute. Yeah, I don't know. I think my biggest downfall when I'm having tequila, which I'm gonna at this point refer to as margarita, because that's essentially
Yeah.
how I, how I
Mhm.
even come to having tequila, for the most part, is that I tend to get dogs. I tend to go get more pets. And it's
Any life change and you're like, We're getting a dog." Like,
dog tattoos and dogs.
yeah.
Yeah, I so one of my favorite margarita stories is that I we had gone so my ex-girlfriend and I had gone to the National Humane Association, and we were just sometimes we would go and just like see the dogs and pet them and give them some love and treats and things like that. And which is a dangerous move to begin with. We all know this.
Yeah.
Um, and for whatever reason, there was this one dog. We'd done that many times, and I had been fine leaving. And there was this one dog that was just, I just knew that she was supposed to be mine, that she was meant to be mine. And we left, and I burst into tears in the car. My ex girlfriend was like, what's happening right now? And I said, I just think she's meant to be mine. And I promised her that I was going to come back and get her. She goes, oh my God, why would you do that? Like, why did you make that promise to her? And she's like, let's go for margaritas. I was like, okay, fine. So we go for margaritas, and we are halfway through the first margarita, and her shoulders slumped, and she picked up her cell phone, and I hear her say, hi. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what my dog's original name was at the Humane Association, and I'm blanking on it right now. It was like Vanna, I think. And she was like, "You guys still have Vanna?" "Yeah, we're on our way." And she just like pushed back the half of a margarita, and we drove back. And that's Mills. That's how we got Mills.
Oh,
Millie
Millie.
Gentle. Yeah.
I love
I
her.
know, she's the sweetest, and I went back and I was bawling, and I said, "See, I told you I'd come back for you." So, yeah, I'm the "we be get a dog" girl. That's my that's my
I really love that about you. Um, okay, thinking more on text messages, and this is not dog related unless maybe dogs are comforting to you during this time, but when you're sending a text message that carries any kind of emotional weight, whether you're drinking or not, but
Mhm.
you see it is marked as delivered but not read,
Mm.
how do you like
Well,
it
see,
kind of
I have my red
pulls at
receipts.
me.
Me too, and I have my red receipts turned off. So, you like, when I
Me
text
too.
you can't see that I've read something or not read something, right?
No,
Yeah.
I can't, and I like it that way, but some people want you to know that they've read it, and I don't understand those people.
No, it's confusing to me. Like, with my daughter, I like with Gray. because she's got a phone. I mean, she's 13 and, um, I definitely need to know that she has seen, like, I love being able to see that she has read the text that I've sent. I love that. Um, with anybody else, I'm like, because it's almost like when you see the ellipses and it's just like blinking. It's like a neon sign saying this person is really thinking hard about their response for you and it might be bad. It's like it's such a
Yeah.
it throws you for a loop. Like there's just something, or like you'll see that somebody has read something but not responded, and you're like, what are you waiting for here? What did I say something
And
offensive?
you know they're not busy and they
Yeah,
still
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
responded.
totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't like it.
no, I don't, it's not my favorite either. That's not my
Yeah. Like, also, the people who just give it an emoji emphasis and then, like, leave it alone,
Oh,
I don't
I'm
like that
I'm
either.
pretty guilty of that. Like sometimes I'll just give something a heart or a thumbs up just to like let the person know that I've seen it. It's to me it's kind of an acknowledgement that I've seen something, but I don't necessarily have anything to like if somebody is saying, "Hey, I'll see you in 20 minutes. I'm running a little bit late." Like a heart or a thumbs up to me is totally fine. Like there's no need for me to write back, "Sure, no problem. See you in a little while." Like
Alright, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
yeah.
That's fine.
So I just feel like it's in place of something that doesn't have to be responded to, but it's still an acknowledgement that you've seen the text.
Do you know what I read? That the Gen Z kids, they find it very rude when you just send a thumbs up.
Oh,
Like,
well,
they don't like it.
hmm. At the risk of sounding like an asshole, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna keep going with my little thumbs up if I feel like it.
There
I
you
will
go.
I will admit that that thumbs up can be very snarky though. Like if I say something to someone that deserves a response and they just give a thumbs up, I'm like, really? That's, I mean, I have definitely sent some messages where it absolutely deserved a response and I was waiting for a response and I just got a thumbs up, which was like, yeah, great. Awesome. Good for you. And I took it and it wasn't, and I know that it was meant to be offensive. Like I know that it was I'm not dealing with you right now kind of thing versus an
Mm.
actual response. But yeah. But most of the time I think it's fun. It's
Well,
almost
2 thumbs up.
yeah, you can't really give two thumbs up, can you? And
I mean, you can.
you can't give more than one emoji, which I guess is good because some people would go overboard. It's like putting
On
an
the
apple.
emphasis, that is true, but you could just send 2 thumbs up emojis.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah. What's the most offensive emoji to send if you're drunk?
Oh shit. Oh, I don't even know.
I think it's the spiral emoji.
What is the spiral emoji?
It's just a spiral, and then I think it's the most offensive because to me that says you're having a different, like, party than I am. You're on a
Oh,
spiral.
I don't even know if I've seen this emoji.
Oh,
That's
maybe I should text it to you right now.
I mean, I feel like the shit with eyes is probably on the more offensive side than a spiral, but that's my personal.
Shit with eyes?
Yeah, it's like a doo doo. It's a little
The
cloud of
poop.
doo doo. It's poop.
I like that one. This emoji. This emoji could be seen as very, like, ominous.
I'm looking. Really?
Yeah,
I I feel like you might be seeing something about it that I'm not. I don't see it.
I
Now,
don't like it.
now I'm looking.
It's unsettling to me. I don't like that one.
Okay, well, I admit self, I will never use that. Um, I'm just looking. I'm looking back because I have a picture of you in fake bangs.
Yeah, well, we do things when we're drunk, like cutting bangs.
You do, yeah. I don't. I just get dogs, but
You get dogs, I get crazy with a pair of scissors, but I've
bangs
learned
grow back.
not
So I,
to.
yeah, bangs grow
Yeah.
back though. So I guess there's that's helpful. Um,
Yeah, but dogs are a personal growth thing too.
yeah,
So,
that's true.
you get to keep someone alive, care for them, love them.
Yes. So the moral of this story is when you drink tequila, keep in mind that if you get a dog, that is a commitment. I want to just like put this out there. Like that's a commit. You're committing to feeding and caring for and loving a sentient being while intoxicated. So it's it's that it's not, I don't know if I'd even say it's liquid courage. It's like temporary it's sober displacement,
There you go.
variety displacement. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Have you ever, like, requested help from your group chat to send messages either while drunk or sober?
No.
Like, screenshot a conversation you're having with someone else and take it to your 2 best friends on a thread and be like, "Guys, look at this. What do I say?"
I don't typically do that. I usually just in that moment go ahead and respond and then feel bad later. Oh, now you
I'll admit that I have during the, like, heat of the divorce process when it was just coming so hard from my ex that I couldn't breathe,
yeah.
like, I would send screenshots to one trusted person and be like, "Help me, because I don't have a gray rock bone in my body right
Which
now."
totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. Um Yeah, I don't know that I've really, and maybe I have. Have I sent screenshots to you before to ask for your help with stuff? I guess I'm not remembering any times that I have, but I mean, I
Um,
guess I could have. I feel like these days I consult Chat GPT, good old Chat G,
mm.
about stuff.
You usually just pick up the phone and call me and tell me about it, and then we talk.
Yeah,
That's your vibe.
yeah. But I think lately I've been like I'll go to Chat GPT and be like, hey, can you help me refine this in a way that has a softer tone or, make sure
Mm.
that there's nothing in this that sounds particularly, and this has nothing to do with being, drinking tequila. Just that I'm, the goal is to be more self-aware, right? And more aware of like how things come across. And because things can come across in text in particular, or email where like you lose all sense of what the tone is. You think you're saying something totally innocuous and the other person takes it as something offensive because who knows, like you never know what's going to be triggering. So that's what I do is I'll just dump it in there and be like, hey, is there anything in this that sounds like I'm, being combative? Because I don't, that's not the goal. So let's try and
Right.
from that. But no, other than that, I think my everything that I've sent it's usually that I'm like recording video. Like I'll go out with friends and get silly, and then I'll get up the next morning and I will go through the 20 videos of us dancing in my kitchen having martinis.
Yeah.
And the new Taylor Swift album is really good for that, by the way. Little martini dance party in the kitchen with
Oh, I bet.
T
I
Swift.
bet.
Yeah, it's going well. So yeah, yeah.
How many of those have you done?
Two. I've done two.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, usually with the same friends, and we just play back to back cheese swizzle and have martinis and dance. Last time they
That's
tried
so
to make
fun.
me the Fate of Ophelia dance, and I couldn't get it down because martinis do not make for good dance music apparently.
Oh my gosh. Okay, is there anything that you've ever done while having had a margarita that you're like, "Oh, I'm actually really proud of that"?
Oh my gosh, there's suddenly sirens outside, but I don't know what's going on. Something's happening out there. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure there are, but more, I really just have a recollection. It's like when, something bad, somebody says something really awful to you and you remember that. They could say like 5,000 really nice things and you remember the one awful thing. It's been more like that. Like I remember 4th of July many, many years ago. I've ever told you this story.
No.
Okay, stop me if you've heard this one. That I was on a beach, which is funny because I'm not really a beach person, but I was on a beach with a bunch of friends watching fireworks, and this guy walked by and he had a dog that he had just rescued. This precious dog. And I was like, "Oh, can I say hi?" And he was like, "Yeah, just got him a couple hours ago, and we're taking our first walk on the beach." And I leaned down, and I'm so excited to see this dog, and the dog is excited to see me. And it jumped up when I went down, and it like its tooth hit my. I have a scar on my eyebrow because its tooth hit my eye, and I because I was drinking, instead of doing the smirk thing and saying to my ex-boyfriend, uh, "Hey, I probably need to go get stitches." Instead, I go inside to the bathroom and I'm just like holding a towel on it, hoping it's gonna go away. And one of my friends knocked on the door and was like, "Are you okay?" And I showed her. She was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. We gotta go to the hospital. You gotta go get that taken care of." And like I didn't want to say anything though, because I didn't want in my you know in my cocktail brain, I thought, "Oh my god, this guy just got this dog. What if somebody thinks the dog bit me?" Which is not what happened. Like, it was my own damn fault. I got excited and I'd been drinking and I went down to pet this dog and rub his ears, and he happened to jump up at the same time and we connected. But I didn't want the dog to get in trouble. So I guess
Oh,
maybe I'm even though it left a little scar on my face, maybe I'm proud of that because I'm happy
yeah.
that the dog was okay, and I was at least thinking of had the forethought to make sure that nobody took it the wrong way and got the dog in trouble.
That's actually really sweet, Jenna.
Is it though?
It's so sweet.
Ay, ay, ay. The things that I've done. How about you?
Well, me,
Uh, Also, this is
yeah,
this is Gatorade. Just
okay.
those 2 little sips of tequila. I'm just trying to
Kinda looks like a margarita though.
that's exactly why I mentioned that it's yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe I'm just proud that, like, I learned that I like karaoke when I had a margarita. Like,
Oh,
I like being silly like that. I don't sing well,
I've
I
never heard
definitely don't, but I do enjoy, like, picking a random song and going and, like, just the feeling of, like, everyone in the space knowing the song
what
and
is your
singing
go
along.
what is your go-to karaoke song?
Okay,
That's not a
it's the it's the B-52's "Love Shack,"
Oh.
which is, a duet, but I do it alone.
Oh, yes, of course you do. Of course you do. You
Yeah,
like
and
voice.
I do it so well, and it's very entertaining,
Alright, we're gonna
but it's not
have
good.
to do this.
But we should definitely go karaoke sometime, and I can do it now with or without a margarita is the beautiful thing, but I was nervous, and so that really was my liquid courage.
I don't love karaoke. I get really, I have a lot of anxiety around getting up and singing in front of people, even though I love to sing. So it's
I know this about you,
yeah,
and
but
I don't understand it because you do sing so beautifully.
thank you. I don't know, it's always been a thing. But my go-to, used to be Like a Virgin. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, that was, back in the day. Now it is usually something Bonnie Raitt.
Alright, yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I usually end up doing that. Uh,
that's awesome.
mhm.
Well, we've gotten into a lot of trouble together on tequila. I'm sure you remember the day that I fell in the planter
Oh my
at
god.
at our favorite place.
That was that was incredible. I was actually talking about that not that long ago because somebody that I ran into was like, "Oh yeah, do you remember when?" And I was like, "Oh my god, she fell in the planter. I forgot."
Yeah, that was one of my proudest moments for
Yeah,
real. Like,
could be.
I just so joyfully backed right into this
Yeah,
and just bottom fell straight in.
yeah.
It
You
was
sure did.
it was so fun.
You sure did. And to be fair, you hadn't really
No plants were harmed, there was not one
the
in the
plans for
in
her
the bucket.
the making of that scenario. Oh my god. Yeah. To be fair, you hadn't really had that much tequila either. It was
No,
that
it was one
one drink,
margarita.
a margarita. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a lightweight, which is, I guess also I'm proud of that. I'm a cheap date.
Well, that's how we're ending the episode. It's done.